Oh, there you go, it's Justin here again. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing the 5 most popular Nvidia drivers in probably the last year. So it's 49709, which is from December last year. This is from May 512.95, 516.94, which was the Spider-Man driver in August. 522.25, this is the driver that gave all 30 series RTX cards quite a nice little boost. And then the most recent driver, 527.37. So guys, I'm not doing a split screen comparison. This isn't a pretty video. This is just stats. So yeah, don't expect to see something pretty. So what I did is I benchmarked each driver over 13 games. I didn't use GeForce Experience. I just installed the plain old driver, and then all games were tested at medium settings. And where I had FSR 2.0 or 2.1 available, I set it to quality. So let's get into it. So the oldest driver, 490. Actually, before I even get into this, must say I'm actually pretty surprised with the older drivers. I thought the newer driver is going to smash the older drivers. Not really the case. You'll see. So 497.07 over the 13 games gave me a total FPS of 922.03, and then divide that by 13. My average FPS per game was 70.92. And then the driver from May this year, 512.95. Over the 13 games, my total FPS was 929.34. And divide that by 13, my average FPS per game was 71.49. And then the Spider-Man driver from August, over the 13 games, it gave me a total FPS of 932.89. So you can see this is so far the fastest driver, and then divide that by 13, it gives me an average FPS of 71.76 per game. And then that driver that was supposedly so great for the RTX 30 series cards, this used to be my favorite driver. Over the 13 games, it gave me a total FPS of 931.74. Divide that by 13, my average FPS per game was 71.67. So it's actually a bit slower than 516.94. But that doesn't matter because my favorite driver is 527.37. Over the 13 games, the total FPS was 937.57, and then that gives me an average FPS per game of 72.12. So you can see the clear fastest driver is the latest driver. But I really thought that this driver over here was a lot better than it was. Well, I suppose you can be wrong sometimes. But anyways, guys, just a friendly reminder, whenever you load a new driver, whether or not you're loading the driver, doing a clean installation of just the driver, or you're doing a driver with GeForce Experience with your in-game overlay switched off, what you want to do is every time you load the driver, you want to make sure that all your settings are set correctly in Nvidia control panel. Yeah, because if you don't do that, you're going to think a driver's crap, but it's actually better than you expect. So yeah, just go through the motions whenever you load a new driver. And if you're using GeForce Experience, if you're recording gameplay, let me show you quickly. If you're using GeForce Experience, which I am now using after doing this benchmark with all the clean drivers, just make sure to go to settings, and if you're not recording gameplay, switch the in-game overlay off. Make sure battery boost is off, and then all these background processes, GeForce driver updates, switch it off. Reward is available, switch it off. Automatically download driver updates, switch that off. And then yeah, you don't want automatically optimize newly added games and applications, because that's just going to be frustrating. But guys, yeah, for my testing, which was the case when I did a test about a week ago, but I'm surprised that it's so good. The latest driver, 527.37, that's your baby. That's the fastest driver. I am looking at getting an RTX 3060 laptop I don't know which brand just yet, in January. So obviously the results will vary because for your GTX branded laptops or graphics cards, you're not really getting the benefit from 522.25 onwards. But with the RTX 30 series cards, apparently there's a nice little bump in performance. So I'm looking forward to that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. There you have it. Now you know when somebody says they're using 470 point whatever or 497 point whatever, the fastest driver is actually the newest driver. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. If you haven't subbed to the channel to see it, come on bro, do it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good week. It's people like you. Cheers.